So Stuart, first real opportunity to sit down and talk about the season ahead and pre-season, but we're here in this very picturesque Wide Boston Lakes. How's the pre-season camp gone for you?
Yeah, it's gone really well. It was really important for us yesterday to get the double session in. We trained yesterday twice, which was really intense for the lads. It gave us a real good opportunity to start working on set pieces, our patterns of play, players to start now understanding how the other lads play and their different movements off the ball which we require and how we get into the final third, and then the end product, the forwards now starting to understand where we want them to cross the ball from. It was just really important because we don't get that much contact time, because once the season gets up and running, the league pretty goes Saturday, Tuesday. So that kind of goes out the window. It's all about prep for games. So pre-season, we've always said there's going to be a massive part for me and Matty to work with the squad and gel it together.
And obviously we played Bedford this afternoon, a 2-2 draw. What was your assessment on the game? Because it was a mix of trialists in both halves. We mixed with players that we know.
We mixed the teams up today for the trialists to have a real look at them with some of our first teams, the squad members as well, in both halves. We were two strong teams really. Credit to Bedford. Bedford gave their all, which they're going to and which we expected, and that's why we wanted the friendly with them. They're a good team. I expect them to be right up there in the mix in their league. We learnt a lot about the players today, which is good, and that's what we want in pre-season. We want different tests, and there's a different test in the sense against St Albans and against Hayes and Yedding. They're really good tests in different ways. Today was a test for us to get a real look at everyone. We're playing with different players and to judge them moving forward. So, you know, we play Chesham now next Tuesday, which would be a real good test as well.
Last season must have been difficult taking over it at the time that you did, and with the COVID situation. And how much are you looking forward to now moving forward and hopefully progressing?
Oh yeah, massively. It's really exciting times at the football club now. Hopefully the fans, especially like the fans, are back today. It was good to see them there, and I thank them all who travelled over to Bedford today to watch the game. And it's good to have them back. And like I said in the previous interview with you, Dan, I hope that fans do stay back, because then it will keep normality within football. But yeah, we're really excited as a management team, as a football club. We're excited now because it wasn't nice last season for everyone. For the fans to watch what they had to watch at times, because we had to fulfil a team that potentially, you know, we had 7 players furloughed, which is not nice. And you don't end up competitive, and we got some heavy defeats, which is not nice. And we all had to be part of it. And as a football club, which was really, really good that we all stuck together. We've come out the other side now. We're in a stronger position as a football club. The board and Rory and that, they're backing us now in the sense that we've gone as competitive as we can with the budget, which is good, and hopefully we can have a really, really good season.
And what would you say your footballing philosophy is? How do you like the game to be played?
Everyone will come on camera and say that they want to play from the back, play through the lines, play through the thirds, overloads here and there. We look at it and we've assessed the teams that are in the league. We've got to adapt pretty much on a week to week. We have our philosophy. We do want to pass the ball. We like pace in the team. We like to get at teams. We want to be on the front foot, but we've got to understand there's going to be games this season that we're going to have to set the team up in different ways, to press from different areas of the pitch, to compete with some of these big hitters within the league.
And the life of a non-league manager can be challenging at times, but what does your typical week look like?
Well, I work for BT, so I'm in the van working away all week. And then, you know, you're constantly on the phone. You're constantly, when you get spare minutes here and there, you're watching videos of players, and you're constantly planning for the week ahead. I'm off every Tuesday, so, you know, you get a chance to do a lot of planning in that, and that's where a lot of it comes in. It's difficult, and that is the difficult thing now. Within this league, it's not just me that's part-time, all the lads are part-time, they have their jobs. So a lot of it is the recovery. With the full-time clubs, they get that. On a Monday morning, they're in recovery, preparing for the game on a Tuesday, whereas us, we're at work. We're sending videos out to the lads, and occasionally we'll be doing Zoom calls online on a Monday evening about the opposition, on how we're going to attack it. So it is difficult, but look, we're looking forward to the challenge. We've recruited hungry players that still want to be footballers, and they live their lives like footballers. So we're hoping in that sense that they will live their life like footballers, so they'll live it like full time, really.
And in terms of the types of players that you're looking for, what characteristics are you looking for? Because I imagine that characters are just as important as good footballers.
Oh, definitely. we look into everything. We make sure we do our research in the sense that we ask about players that have played with players that we've gone in for. We ask managers that have managed these players under them, what they're like off the field, not just on the field. You try and look into things like what's their family life like, and the big thing is that they love their football, and that's their main focus. And I think we've brought in a group of players this summer that they all want to still be footballers and they all want to kick on. And we've had them together now for 3 weeks, and the group's knitted really together. They're all together and they've worked so hard.
And is there areas of the pitch that you want to strengthen without sort of giving too much away in terms of transfer activity?
Yeah, of course. Look, we said in the start of pre-season that the loan market would be key, and this one that we've got to be patient, and also players dropping down that will be on trials in League One and in League Two that don't quite get what they want. You know, we've just got to be patient and make sure that we have the right finances to get these deals over the line if we can, for the bits of quality and to help the squad.
And I imagine for a club like Wealdstone, playing in the National League, you know, there's some really well-established clubs, not only at that level, but just in terms of the UK base of football. How challenging can that be? You know, thinking that you're almost there with a player, and then one of the bigger teams, let's say, comes along and takes that player.
The crazy thing is, the minute one of the bigger clubs get involved, you just not got a chance, because they offer everything. You go to their stadiums, they've got like 10,000 seater stadiums. They sell the football dream as well as the financial package as well. They offer it all. So that is when it does get tough to compete with them. And you know, we understand where we're at. We understand what market that we're shopping in. We understand as a football club that we've got to be patient. We have to be, we really do. Because earlier in the window we've spoken to so many players, and a lot of them we've been so far apart. Players that we've identified that we feel had fit into the structure of the football club, and we weren't close with them. Because like you said, that it's not even just the big clubs. There's a lot of local clubs now, like the Wokins have gone full time, so they've gone to a different level of finances. Boreham Wood are on a different level of finances to us. They're full-time football clubs. It's hard to compete. Aldershot, so they're clubs that are just within our area. You know, that so-called, you wouldn't say that they're the big hitters within our league, but you're competing against them now.
How important is it not to allow that kind of big club, small club mentality affect us? Do you use that as a motivation in some ways, and saying, look, we deserve to be in the National League, and last season there were some really good performances, and even though the season ended in the way that it did, the table doesn't lie. You would have stayed up. So do you use that as a motivating factor going into this season?
Oh, 100%. At the back end of the season, the last 4 games, we said that it was key that we try and finish as high up the league as we can and stay up on merit, even though there wasn't any relegation, and we did it. We said on the last game of the season that we needed to beat Woking to finish ahead of them, and we set the lads that challenge, and they did it. So we're really, and we said, because obviously we want the momentum coming into this season now, and it does build momentum, it builds that confidence, because it does stick with you. Fans, everyone, you only remember the last game you played in, and we won well. So we'll bring it into this season. We know that it's going to be a difficult challenge, and we're going to be up against it week in, week out, but you know, we're ready for it.
And the Vale will hopefully be rocking with fans again. He talked about how nice it is to have them back, and I'm sure both of us have had experience of going there as an opposition, and we know how fierce it can be at times for the opposition. How key will that be going into the season, that the fans not only back the players that are there now, but also provide that kind of almost intimidating atmosphere?
Oh yeah, it's one of the most intimidating grounds that you can get, because it's close. So if you look at our division now, there's not many grounds like this anymore where the fans are right on the barrier, they're right on the top of the players, and I think it's going to make a massive difference for us in picking up points at home especially. You know, they're going to, a lot of these big clubs, they've come down to us, but they're going to come down, they haven't seen our fans. Our fans will be probably one of the best away travel in the division, I believe. Like, we've seen it in the National League South, we travel with 300-400. Look, if we could get that up to 400-500 this season, it'd be incredible. And they're so loud, they don't stop singing, and that's one of the key things. Some of these clubs do travel with big fan bases, but they're not as loud. Our fans make so much noise, and they're positive. They come back in for the Solihull game, and they're really positive behind the lads. We lost 4-1, but they stuck with us. They were positive. They can see what we're trying to build and see what we're trying to do.
We've spoken off camera about how important it is to keep them involved and updated, and hopefully over the course of the last few days they've seen kind of what our goal is going forward. But how important is that for you and for the players, that actually you give them that opportunity to see what's going on week in, week out, and actually have interviews like this where you able to get across your thoughts?
Oh, definitely. You want to keep the fans updated. That's all they want. They want to be updated. They want to feel part of it. We're all in it together, and we've all got to be in it together, right the way from board level all the way down to the fans, to the kit man, to everyone. We've all got to be in it this season together. We're gonna have some ups and downs, and when we're on our downs, we all need to stick together and make sure that we're all in it together. And we've got that feeling at this club. Like when you talk to the fans around the place, they're positive. They love their football, and they love their football club. Like I've mentioned before in interviews, like the amount of investment that they invested in the ground, and not just in finances, but in their time. Like people don't realise it's not just money, but people's time is so precious that they come down, they've got the stand built, we're ground graded, we can play at this level now. You know, and without the fans, we don't have that, because we don't have a bottomless pit as a football club that can say, oh, we need a new stand, let's go throw money at it and get it done. The fans have contributed massively just for us being at this level. And last season as well, the fans put a huge amount of money in just to finance some of the funding from last season. You know, with not having fans at the ground, it damages our club massively. So this season we're really looking forward to it. You know, fans back, making our place a fortress is really exciting.
Yeah, I think I said it at the time when I saw the fans building that new stand at the ground. I think I tweeted at the time. I think I'd be hard pushed to find a football club like it in terms of how much time and effort they give, not only in terms of their own cash, but actually to physically build the stand. Like,
the fans are incredible here. They're unique. They really are. They really get behind the team. We know that, you know, when things are going wrong, that they can be on us, and they will be on us. And you know, we expect that because we have standards now, and that's what you want. And we want them to demand from us, and we'll demand from them. And we know that if we give everything and leave everything on the pitch, that's all they're asked. But the fans here, they're unbelievable. They're incredible. Home and away with their support's incredible, but what they do off the pitch, which a lot of people don't see and appreciate, which, you know, is something that I really do appreciate. They've been incredible since I've been at the club.
Well, I think I've seen today that, you know, the mega store's obviously changed and things like that. They're out there today sorting all of those different bits out. So, you know, I think hats off to them. In terms of some other things, in terms of footballing wise, who's your team that you support?
Liverpool growing up, Kenny Dalglish and John Barnes are my favourite players. So, you know, probably as a kid you've grown up, you're a glory hunter really. You support the best team that's probably winning every week. And, you know, you get favourite players and you kind of follow that team. So I wouldn't say that I'm a supporter as in, you know, Liverpool, I follow them home and away, but they're a team that I always look out for their results.
And you must have been pleased when they won the league and after such a long time?
Oh, it's incredible for them to get over the line to win the league, especially to win the Premier League now. It's so difficult with some of the finances of these teams.
Well, that was a double bonus for you. You know, Wilson won the league,
yes,
and
exactly.
so did Liverpool.
100%. It was one of those that you can celebrate twice.
And if there was a manager that you had to pick who you would share the touchline with for just one game, who would you pick?
Oh, Pep Guardiola. He's one of the best tactically. Like, you look at him, he knows when he can tweak it. He's just so good. The way that he plays the game, the intensity, like he gets the top players pressing from the front, and they're so intense, so difficult to play against. He's just a top manager all round.
Well, you know, FA Cup, you know, could be done. Woking played Watford only a few seasons ago, so Man City at the Vale, who knows?
It's what dreams are made of, isn't it? It's something that, you know, every time you go into the FA Cup, I believe in it. Look, we want to try and have a good FA Cup run. It's brilliant for the fans, it's good for the club, for the finances, and this year more than ever, the finances, every penny will count that we can try and bring in, whether it's through cup runs and stuff like that. So yeah, it's something that we will look to do.
Well, thanks very much for your time this afternoon. I suppose we better go out and enjoy these lovely surroundings. I know a few of the lads are out playing golf, so maybe we'll hunt some of them down and see how well they're doing.
Thanks for your time, Dan. It's a pleasure.